They're still curious about you more than they'll ever admit. Even now, they check in energetically, silently, secretly. They want to know what you're thinking, if you've moved on, if you ever think of them. But they'll never ask, because asking would mean admitting, and they're not ready for that kind of honesty. This kind of energy is silent, but it's loud in the spirit. You feel them because they're still holding on to the last thread. But here's the truth. This is a dead end, and you already know it. Your soul knows it. There's really nothing left to say. Every conversation would be a loop. Every reply would be bait. So say as little as possible. Not out of pettiness, but power, because silence is sacred, and some connections die with dignity when you stop reviving them. Your curiosity may linger, but don't confuse curiosity with compatibility. You don't need to explain your distance. You don't need to justify your growth. They know why you left. They just don't want to face the version of you who finally stopped waiting for them to grow too. You passed the test. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not over. Anything that you thought really came to an end, like along with this, something's coming back to life. I'm not saying it has to be this relationship. If you feel that this relationship, whatever it was, cost you something, you're getting it back. That's what this is about. Claim it. Nothing's over unless you want it to be. Like this person may have cost you a job or finances, credit, something like that. You're getting it back. You've done well. Just for today, no reason to doubt. Starseed. Ooh. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And you're intuitive. Okay, I'm just telling you what your intuition already knows. You need to think of some stuff you're grateful for. That's a matrix hack. Okay, I want you to think of a few things. Think of a few things you're grateful for, because there must be something about this that's trying to get you to spiral. No spiraling, no spiraling. You're intuitive. You're intuitive. When you want to know if something's really your gut, because you know how it is. Like you'll hear one voice, and I shouldn't say voice, but thoughts. And I think a lot of us are starting to realize where our thoughts come from, like outside sources. You know, people say you're hearing voices. You're always hearing voices. You're always absorbing energy and interpreting it in the form of thought. That's why your thoughts might change around certain people, because they may have an energy attached to them they don't even know. Anyway, what I'm getting to is, it's that first instinct. It's usually a very quiet, still small voice. It's usually seriously. It's like the very first thing that comes to me. And then a second later, I'll talk myself out of it. You got to start really getting used to that still small voice. Because then I'll think about it later. I'm like, oh man, it was that first voice. And I get a sinking feeling because it's like, no, I don't want it to be that. You can either make a decision based on that still small voice, or you can do something different. It's up to you. But it's there to guide you. And I'm just saying the answer's already in you. You already know. And it's minute by minute, just moment by moment. So that's the thing about faith. Like you really just day by day. What you're asking for, just day by day, because tomorrow everything can change. And if you're always focused on tomorrow, you're never really getting anything accomplished. Focus on the present. Stay in the present moment. 2 cards. Not 3, sorry. Nothing can stop good things from happening to you. You have excellent ideas. You are thankful for the abundance that always flows your way. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Okay, this sums up this reading, because I was telling you to be grateful. Like I just saw a reading about that myself, and I'm like, I need to remember to tell you guys that when it comes up. It hadn't come up in a while, but grateful, thankful, be grateful for it in advance. Be grateful for it as if you already have it. That's what gets it to come. Like start with your words. It'll get your mind focused in that direction. That energy starts lining up with it. It's crazy what your mind can do. You're always drawing in your reality all the time. Excellent ideas. That's what I'm saying. Your ideas. Trust them. Learn to appreciate your ideas more. Meditate. Get to know your ideas. Don't be afraid of your ideas. Don't be afraid to meditate. Don't be afraid to believe good things for yourself. Because if you do that, like if you let go of that fear, and you're going to stop drawing fear into your life. I've learned this. Start being grateful. Gratitude just helps you to focus on the positive instead of dwelling on the negative. The more you dwell on the negative, the more you bring in more negative. As a man thinketh, so is he. Your mind is a magnet. Nothing can stop good things from happening to you. There's some kind of fear here about something coming back to you, doubting. You've just got to let that go, because if you keep thinking, oh no, this is going to happen, then guess what? It's going to happen. I wish I could really stress that enough. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. It's true. Like once I really got that revelation, I became afraid to let myself be afraid. Because I'm like, no, it's going to happen then if I let myself get that feeling of fear. That's why there's so much hidden knowledge in the Bible. Be not afraid of sudden fear. All kinds of stuff like that. Like just don't let it happen. Don't ruin your vibe. Okay, stay high vibe. Fear, anger, sadness, grief, all that stuff's low vibe. That's where they get you. In the root chakra. I've been getting so many downloads about that. Fear, all that stuff, no. You gotta let it go. Be afraid to even let yourself have those thoughts, okay? I know, it can take a long time to get there, but you can get there. And I speak this for you and I believe it. And I want you to be afraid to not think this, okay? If you're afraid of anything, be afraid to not believe this, okay? Because it's true, it's happening, I believe it for you. Nothing can stop good things from happening to you. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.